how to overcome effects of offense when you have power to deconstruct or finish or work against the offender. There are times when someone offends you, wrongs you, and you have the ability to put down that person completely. You have a higher position. Either you are the boss, you are the manager, you are the employer, or you have the power of might on your side. But that person mistakenly or foolishly works against you for no good reason. As a believer, Bible says love your neighbor, love your enemies as you love yourself. Therefore, we need to exercise love. And we find that this experience in the Bible, in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 16, verse 5 to 8, the case of David and Shimei. Shimei curses David and pelts stones at him and his troop. When the king was fleeing from Absalom with his army, Shimei was walking beside them, throwing stones at them, and also throwing curses and insults at the king. Shimei pretends to be venting out because of the family of Saul, and yet he's just of the same clan and not directly related to Saul. Shimei is just a Benjamite. He's not even from the same family or household of Saul. But he's going to insult the king, saying that the king took away the kingdom of Saul. So he's happy that the king is now thrown out by his son. But Shimei is just alone, one man. And King David has a troop of experienced fighters, armed men working with him, the likes of Abishai, the likes of Joab, and many others. And they were armed, but Shimei has stones in their hand. And even Abishai asks King David if they can strike him and kill him. They call him a dead dog. But what does David do? David tells Abishai, no, if God has allowed him to insult me, let him continue. So the King David and his army, they continue walking silently as Shimei is walking on the next valley, continuing to insult them all the way, and they don't retaliate against him. What a way of constraint by the king against one man who had no power. So Shimei even thinks that it is God who has taken the kingdom from David and has given it to Absalom. There are people who offend you. They even say it is God who is working against you, that's why you're sick. So, such scenarios, when they happen, what are you expected to do? We have said that Shimei did not even fear that the armies of David could kill him. And David did not take advantage of his power to kill him. So Shimei does not fear that the armies of David could kill him. He doesn't fear. So there are people who does not even fear that you can sack them. They don't even fear that you can take them to police and they get arrested. They don't even fear that you have power to work against them. They still stand up to offend you. And David focused on the mercies of God to fight for him and put Shimei in his place. We can also focus on the mercies of God. We can give it time. David says, let him be and curse him. Perhaps God will look at me with mercy and restore me. That is in Genesis chapter 16, verse 5 to 8. When you go there and read at your own time. David calms down and says, if I want to kill this man, just kill him. But if God has allowed him to come and insult me, then let it be. So it means we learn that David believed that all things that are happening to him, God has a hand in them. So for us who believe in the Lord, things don't just happen against us. Most of these things, God is at the center. Or, if it is not God who has caused them, he has allowed. Remember in the book of Job, it is God who allowed Satan to come and tempt. Because mostly and always God has protected us with a hedge of fire, those who are righteous. It's only James who tells us that when we are tempted, let us not say God tempts us. We are tempted by our own evil desire. When you have an evil desire in you, or falls in your mind, that one now is not God who is doing it to you. It is yourself causing a temptation. But trials may come from the Lord. Temptations, we put them ourselves in them. So this was a trial. If David could have decided to listen to the voice of Abishai and kill Shimei, you cannot say now God has allowed him to kill Shimei. No. But many of the things happening to us, let us seek for the voice of God. Is he in it? That's why David says, if God has allowed him, let him continue. So David and his troop continued in their journey in verse 13 to 14 of Genesis chapter 16, verse 13 to 14. David and his troop continued in their journey because Shimei and his curses could not stop them from moving. There are people who insult you and curse you and work against you. But what they are doing does not stop you from going. You have the might, you have the power, you have the ability. Whatever they do does not even stop you from what you're doing. Then why go and attack them? Why go and kill them? Why go and finish them? Why take them to police? Why arrest them? Why insult them back? Why wound them? Yet, what they are doing, even if it pains you, does not even stop you from progressing. Then just leave them and keep progressing. You are the boss, you are the manager. That person gossiping you down there does not stop you from becoming the manager or even being promoted. So continue, keep going, my brother, my sister. You're the pastor, you're the teacher of the word of that church. That member down there, whatever they are doing, does not stop you from being who you are in the Lord or in what you're doing. So keep going and let them be. David continued with his journey. Shimei and his curses did not stop him. Lessons. Allow the mercies of God to avenge for you. Give him or her a benefit of doubt that he or she does not know what he or she is doing. The person who is offending you, give them a benefit of doubt that what they are doing, they actually do not know what they are doing, and one day their eyes will be opened to see the wrong they are doing, and they will come to your office, to your house, wherever you are, to ask for forgiveness, because they will realize they need your help. Next, understand the person has his or her own failures, so he or she is trying to vent out. Understand these people. Some of these people have their own issues in their marriages. They have issues with their children, issues in their own heart. They have not healed. They have problems with their upbringing. They have financial challenges. Some of them have their own issues, demonic attacks. Understand them and pray for them. They have their own issues. That's why they're behaving like that. They have, in fact, themselves are the problem. That's why they are seeing problems in you. They have a problem in themselves. That's why they are seeing it in you. They want you to be like them, but you are better off. So that's why they are working against you. They have their own issues. They themselves have a problem. Keep going, because the person has no power to stop